I'm going to show you a little demonstration about viewing your images a little bit bigger. If you're used to using 512 by 512, it's not good enough. This is the image it produced right here, and if it's still too small for you, basically what you see here is what you're going to get unless you zoom it. So if I right click this and open a new tab, pretty much the same size. Okay, so you're not going to get any bigger until you zoom it. And if the image is too big, I'll just go ahead and upscale this and show you through the web browser. I did it 4 times. And give it a second. Now it made it bigger here. Now you're going to lose the seed to this. If I right click, you can see there's no information. If I go to the other one, right click, you can see I can use the seed, the prompt. You'll lose all that information right here. So basically, we'll just open this up in a new tab, and you can see it's more than enough for the browser. The browser tries to fit it in. Alright, if you see my cursor, I'm on Firefox, and there's a plus sign on my cursor. It looks like a magnifying glass. And the way to use this is, if you want to see it larger, you can press the F11 on the keyboard, or not. Press the F11 again. Just focus on the area that you want to zoom in. So if I want to zoom in down by the neck, I'll move my cursor down here and click, and I'm down by the neck where my cursor is at. Okay, and if I click again, it goes back out. If I click up by the eyes, it's in the middle, it's going to focus on the eyes. This is where I want to see. Click again, and we're going to the next step. After I delete these. Okay, and the next step here, if you're generating with seed on, okay, and I'll give you a little demonstration. I'll just do 3 of them real quick, just in case you need to know this little tip here. And we got number 2 coming up, and number 3. Okay, it generated 3 images. Recognize these images here. That one, and that one. Now, since these were generated with a seed, and 3 of these, if I don't change any settings at all, prompt, whatever, as long as I don't change anything, and I press invoke again, watch how fast this will go. Okay, there's really no point in it because I'm getting 2 of each copy here. I got this one and this one, this one and this one, and this one and this one. So there's really no need to it. So if you're, if you want to generate and get a lot of varieties, you have 2 choices: generate a lot of images, or just turn this off. And once you turn that off, everything will go back and you'll get some new images. They'll all be different. And we'll take a little look here. And we're about done. Alright, we got this lady here produced, this lady, and this lady. If you look in the list over here, and if it's too small, we'll go up here to the little wrench icon, and you can make them smaller or bigger. Alright? And you'll notice how all these 3, none of them match the other ones because these are now 3 new images. So we're on to the next step. Pause video again. If you see any changes, it's because I paused the video. So basically it's best just to go ahead and make sure the seed is off. You can see it's grayed out, and always use it like that. That way if I, let's just move this down to 2 to speed up the video. And like I said, you can increase the amount of image you want to produce. And I said you could add more in here. Well, you may not want that. So if you want to generate 2 at each time, just for some reason, just to kind of see what's happening, you can see I got 2 images. Since seed's off and I press it again, I will now get 2 different images. As you can see, when they're progressing, you'll see this as it's being progress. Alright. You also may not like that. So you can see over here on the right, I got a total of 4 different images, okay? 2 in each set. So you may be better off to leave that off. So when you see that progress and you don't like it and you want a little bit better visual effect, if you go on the top here, you'll see this hourglass right here. You hover over, it says display progress image, and if you click it, it will now be grayed out. And if you click it again, it'll have purple in it. So we'll switch it back. So now when it finishes the image or start an image, you won't see it being progress. You'll always see the finished results. Alright, so we'll do it like this and try it. And you will not see it, you know, all these little progresses that's going through. This will give you a lot better visual effect. Okay, and we'll go on to the next step. So if you want to see it bigger as you're generating it, there's a couple options you can do, and that's to zoom it. And you can go to the, on Firefox, if you go to this little icon up the right hand corner and click it, you'll see it says zoom right here. You see it says 100%. I went to 150. And you can go down with it with the minus. Or you can click in the middle one time and it sets it right back to normal. So get to know your hotkeys on these things, because there's going to be a G and O that's going to flip between the two. Alright? So what we want to do, you want to drag this. Now this is if you like it. You can have one side or the other, it don't matter. Well, you can do this. You can, if you drag hard enough, you got to give it that little push so it to snap in. And we'll do the same over here. I'll stop a little bit and drag over and pop it right there. Then we'll go up here, or you could use the scroll mouse wheel. Alright, see it pop that one back out. So we'll just go back here. So go back here. You see it set to 70 now. We'll switch it up. Let's get this to 150 and see if we can correct that panel from popping back out again. See if I can get it to go over there. There it goes. Now, if you want to see it even better, you can press the F11 on the keyboard. Of course, that causes it to pop out too, so you'll have to do that. I kind of like that. That's quite big. You still got control over the generation button over here and the clear and cancel. So, you know, I got this set off, so we're just going to take a quick look what you can visually see it when it's zoomed in if you have a hard time seeing it. As you can see there, it's kind of like a slideshow. This is a lot better than seeing it in progress through the hourglass here. And we'll let it finish. Alright, we'll go ahead and use the arrow key right here to cycle through these. Or you can use the arrow key on the keyboard. If you don't like none of them, you can bring this panel back out and click here to show gallery. Sometimes it won't pack out because of the zoom, which I'm dragging it. There she goes. And we're gonna go ahead and hide that panel here, and then we can go through each one and select. Alright, if it gets too long of a list, there's a little scroll bar down that you can go down here if you can find it, or you can just sit in here with your scroll mouse wheel, go up and down, and like I said, you can just select through each image. So that's kind of nifty. So the best way to do this is, before you even do any kind of thing right now, let's say I like the F11. Let's say my zoom is at 100%. Press F11. Okay, scoot everything back, because you remember earlier in the video, every time I press a different zoom, some of these would pop in and out. And hover your cursor to the top. Don't press F11 again. We're just going to hover over here, and it's automatically going to pop open. Open the option over here. Set your zoom to 150. Come over here. Your screen will come back open. Then do all your adjustments. That way you don't have to worry about every time you adjust something, something else goes wrong. Okay, so with that said, let's put everything back to normal. Press F11 on the keyboard, and we'll click in here. I did a few things as I paused the video to give you a demonstration. Now you can see up on the upper left hand corner it says invoke, and if you're wondering what version you have or what version I'm using, just hover your cursor up here and the version will be shown on the right hand side as soon as you move your cursor up there. Move it away, it will disappear. See, it's right here. Okay, so with the prompt gone and the negative gone, like I said, you can right click this and you can use your prompt, your seed, and use all. That means everything. So the way I would use this, if I was to use the right click to use anything, it would be only on two settings. It would be on the prompt and the seed. Okay, as you can see, I have no prompt in here. I click here, that was the prompt that was made for here. If I was to use the seed, you can see it's grayed out over here, I would use the seed. Alright, I'll turn all this back off here, erase this. Now if you right click and use all, it'll put everything back in there. Alright, but I'm going to switch that back off again. We'll just go ahead and that will be off, and I'll delete that. The better way to do that is, instead of right clicking if you want to use all, there's this little looks like a little snowflake up here. It says use all. Quicker way, just come up here, and when I click it, you'll see my prompt go back in and my seed will go back in. It uses everything. Okay, that's if you want to use all. It's a lot quicker way.